So that brings me to our next guest. We are very, very fortunate to have our First Lady, Tammy Snyder Murphy, with us today. She has led work in the area of infant and maternal health and the impact of adverse childhood experiences on the health and development of our students. Just this February, the First Lady, in partnership with the governor and leaders in his administration, launched New Jersey's first Adverse Childhood Experiences Action Plan as a comprehensive strategy to prevent and reduce childhood trauma and adversity. We look forward to working with her and the entire Murphy administration on this initiative. Another passion of our First Lady is her concern for climate change. She currently serves as Secretary and Charter Member of the Climate Reality Action Fund. This is an organization that was founded by former Vice President Al Gore. Her efforts have led to initiatives that include proposals for climate change education in our schools, which she will speak to us about today. Since the election of her husband, Tammy has been an active and thoughtful First Lady, leading important policy initiatives, partnering with the governor, all while raising 4 remarkable children. It is indeed my pleasure to present the First Lady of New Jersey, Tammy Snyder Murphy. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for that introduction, Pat. I also want to congratulate you on your upcoming much-deserved retirement, which I know you had planned on beginning last year, but delayed to help us navigate the unprecedented challenges of the pandemic. So thank you so much. Pat's selfless commitment is a remarkable but common trait shared by those who are drawn to a career in education. To each of you here today, I want you to know that we are so grateful for all you have done over the course of your career as educators, principals, superintendents, leaders, and mentors. I know we will feel the ripples of your lasting impact on New Jersey students for generations to come. Needless to say, it has been a year unlike any other in our memory, and we are grateful beyond words for all you have done to basically reinvent education overnight. For all of the challenges, New Jersey still has the best public education system in the country, and that is something of which we are all truly proud. As we begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and let me share how very thrilled and relieved we are that eligibility for the vaccine has been expanded to include educators and school staff, our priority remains the safety of our students and educational professionals. So although I am here today to speak about the integration of our climate change education standards, for now and for the foreseeable future, we must consider the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic in absolutely all that we do. But before we get to that, I want to share how proud we are to see New Jersey lead the country in this endeavor. The incorporation of these new standards was truly a group effort. We saw the concern and enthusiasm in our students who, on their own, were already passionately involved in climate change activism. And of course, we are incredibly grateful to the more than 130 educators who served on our standards review team and who made this important step forward a reality. I cannot stress enough how much respect and admiration Phil and I both hold for New Jersey's educators. Your dedication and overarching work give me optimism for the future, despite the very real and very dangerous effects of the climate crisis. New Jersey is warming at a rate faster than almost any other state. Our beautiful shorelines are disappearing. We have blazing hot summers, torrential downpours, and stronger storms than ever before. All of this will cost New Jersey a projected $10 billion. But the cavalry is coming. Our administration has set an ambitious goal of reaching 100% clean energy by the year 2050. We've enacted the country's strongest environmental justice laws. We're setting ourselves up to lead the nation in offshore wind, and we have set up the New Jersey Council on the Green Economy, which I have the honor of chairing, to develop a roadmap for transitioning our workforce for the green future. And that means we need a workforce that is climate literate across every industry. As is often the case, New Jersey's incredible public schools will be at the forefront of this important initiative. Which brings us to the present. I know that across the state, educators are enthusiastic and eager to incorporate climate change education into their lessons. They understand better than most the power that education holds to change the world. But as with any new requirement, they are searching for the best ways to incorporate it. And because of the challenges of COVID-19, much of your time and resources for curriculum development, professional development, and overall planning have necessarily gone toward figuring out how to continue simply educating our children in the time of this pandemic. I want to be clear that your concerns are being heard, both by me and by our partners at the Department of Education. We value our educators and respect the amount of work it takes to bring these lessons to life for our kids. And after a year of going above and beyond, truly, for New Jersey students, the last thing that we would want is for our educators to feel unsupported in their effort to incorporate these standards into their lesson plans by this upcoming September deadline. I encourage and invite you to continue to share your concerns as well as your progress. We want to support every school district where it is, and we recognize that some may be ready to hit the ground running with these new standards and others may not. Please communicate with us, as we want to be equal partners to you in this initiative. You can expect a toolkit from the Department of Education that will include aligned lesson plans, evidence-based resources, videos, and much more. I also understand that the Department of Education has held several training sessions in a majority of counties and will be continuing to do so. And I am relieved that more federal funding is on its way, which will allow further professional development and curriculum planning over the course of the upcoming summer. Furthermore, I want to share with you something that I heard on a board call just last week. As a founding member of Al Gore's Climate Reality Project, I have been standing aside the former vice president for more than a decade. He has incredible multi-day training sessions each year, which normally are in person, but for obvious reasons are virtual at this moment. While there are several coming up, there is one that is particularly appealing to me, given that Al is going to offer the trainings over a 2-week period, such that participants are able to view the broadcast, the networks, skill build, and participate in panel workshops whenever their own personal schedule allows. I will ensure that my office shares the details on this with the association, but want you to know that the training starts on April 22nd, and one needs to sign up, I believe, by March 24th in order to participate. As principals and supervisors, you are the first to hear of any challenges or frustrations, as well as victories and successes. I hope you will share all of this with us as we navigate these waters together. We are the nation's first state to embark on this endeavor, and I have no doubt that our educators will bring the creativity, passion, and excellence for which they are known. So I thank you for joining us in this mission, and I look forward to our continued partnership as these standards are brought into New Jersey's classrooms. Together, we will not only make New Jersey a leader in the fight against climate change, but we will ensure a bright future for generations to come. Thank you so much for having me. And Pat, we're looking forward to see what the next chapter brings for you. Thanks, everybody.